Hey guys, welcome to another night in the shop. I'm Fred. So I'm not doing any machining or any welding tonight. I did weld up the side plates of the support for the indexing table and got the small axles sitting off the side, and I got some bearings for that as well. So I got all the sides butt welded, and now I'm working on the conductor that conducts the negative power. Instead of going through all the bearings and causing bearing failure, I made a little copper plate here that wraps around the shaft there. Unfortunately, I ran out of Delrunt somewhere down the road, and I used to have a small stick of 1 inch, but I think I used it up on another small project. But anyways, I'm going to give you close-ups of what I've got completed on the table. And yeah, that'll be it for tonight, guys. Alright, hang in there. I'm going to give you some close-ups. Okay, guys, so got all the butt welds done here. So this is right on dead square. I welded on the little axles and did a small blind weld on the inside as well. And same for the other side. That's just turned a 1/2 inch, put a shoulder on it, and welded the shoulder to the side plate there. So we've got all the welding done. I TIG'd all this, and yeah. So now what I'm working on is I'm working on a conductor. What this will do is I got a little it's drilled here, 1/4 inch, and then tapped 1/4 inch on the back plate here. So what that's going to do is I got to get a piece of Delron. The Delron will fit in between here, and it'll have a shoulder on the top, shoulder on the bottom. It'll mount underneath the table, underneath the this part of the table here, and I'll have a cable. I'll have it tapped and drilled and tapped for 1/4 and I got to get a big crimp-on connector, and that part will be the actual grounding. And I'll probably come through the housing somewhere over here with the cable, and I'll put an isolator on there as well, and I'll probably use one of those little it's about an 80 amp or 90 amp magnet attached to that, so I can clamp it right to the table, and that'll give me my negative, which won't go through the bearings on the motor or on the worm drive or the bearings up here. It'll be directly coupled to the shaft, and that shaft will have that plate on top there like that, welded, and then the table sits on top of that, so everything will be grounded. I still have to drill and tap some grub screws in the main plate there, on that plate there. So, but yeah, I'm just working on a clamping system right now to facilitate a good ground, so it doesn't go through all the through all the bearings. Don't want a bearing failure. Let me just get a piece of rod and I'll show you exactly what it's going to do. Hang in there. Okay, so this rod here is actually going to be a piece of Delron, and it's going to be fitted underneath the table across to this bar here. So I'm just going to have one bolt goes to the Delron, and 2 shoulders to hold the this copper plate or bracket in place, and then I can tighten up the tension, how much tension I want with this little spring here. It's a pretty strong spring. If I need to make it bigger, I'll put a bigger spring, but I think she'll work out for what I need it for anyway. So yeah, so that'll be it, but this will be underneath here up against the shaft here. So it's all kind of hidden away, because I do want the plate to be as close to the top as possible, so I can get my good center of gravity. So when I'm twisting this thing, it'll be pretty sweet as far as balance. So yeah, so that's it, guys. So butt welding's done. Axles are in. So yeah, everything's square, which is happy about that. And yeah, so this is the last piece of the puzzle here. Is gotta get a piece of 1-inch Delron, machine it down, put 2 shoulders, drill 1/4 through it, or maybe a 5/16 through it. It'll secure to the bottom of the table here, and that will be my my grounding strap. And like I said, drill one little hole in the side here where the cable will exit, and I'll put a isolator on there as well, and one of those magnetic, I think those clamps or those magnets are good for about 90 amps. So I might do that. Leave a little standoff where I can just clip on the ground clamp and go that way. Anyways, there's a few things I got to sort out. You know, sometimes I get some heavy aluminum I got to weld, and yeah, I need something like 130 amps. So I might just put a nice big stout piece of Delron to isolate it, and a nice big maybe a 1/2-inch bolt or 7/16 bolt in there to use for my ground. Anyways, so yeah, that's it guys for tonight. So I'm like I said, taking baby steps on this. Like I said, I put a little blind weld in the inside of that as well. So yeah, we're all good here. All right, hang in there guys. Okay guys, so that's it for tonight. Table's coming along quite nicely. I still got to take up the aluminum box which is gonna have all the controls, speed controller, reverse, main power supply will be in there, and that'll be secured to the main uprights of the supports for this. So everything will be kind of compact. So anyways, so that's it. Guys, I'd like to say thanks to all my subscribers, thanks to all my new subscribers, and thank you for dropping by. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up, send me comments, much appreciated. You guys have a great night and a happy Easter. Bye for now.